weekend following Labor Day weekend, the town of Greenfield, Massachusetts hosts the Franklin County Fair, a favorite annual attraction to many in Franklin County, as well as Western Massachusetts. While its most popular asset is its midway filled with rides, games, food booths, and dancing lights at night, the fair's 4 days hosts a number of spectacles that begin in the early morning and continue throughout the days. While Saturday and Sunday play host to a number of unique annual events, Thursday and Friday feature a number of fun attractions that consistently happen during its 4 days. One of these consistent attractions, first seen when entering the fair, is the Roundhouse, a beautifully restored 2-story structure built in 1899 that 100 years later continues to house a number of locally made award-winning arts and crafts and food. Doesn't that sound yummy? Following the fair, the arts and crafts are given back to its creators, while the food is fed to this very hungry caterpillar. Across from the Roundhouse is Kiwanis Hall, that also features arts and crafts and food as well. This one by children, who will one day display their creations in the Roundhouse. Guarding all of this was an impressive but ferocious looking papier-mâché Tyrannosaurus Rex. I don't know about you, but I certainly would not want to steal anything with this guy around. For those looking to sit down and enjoy a show, the ever-popular pig races took place. These occurred several times throughout the days of the fair. Another popular attraction was Mutt's Gone Nuts. This clever, nationally loved show put together by Scott and Joanne Houghton features rescue dogs performing a pageant of tricks and entertainment not seen anywhere else. Friday did play host to at least one annual contest, the Truck and Tractor Pull, hosted by the Massachusetts Truck Pullers Association. Saturday brought about an exciting day of entertainment to fairgoers. Just as the night before played host to internal combustion-powered pulling, Saturday brought another pulling event featuring good old-fashioned draft horsepower. Throughout the day, 3 different draft horse competitions took place for different classes. First, a 3,000-pound class competition, later a 3,300-pound class competition, and then a free-for-all competition. With the adults showing off their draft horses, children were showing off their farm animals on the other side of the fairgrounds. Throughout the day, teenagers, many of whom are members of local 4-H clubs, proudly exhibited their animals, consisting of cattle and sheep with hopes of getting a beautiful first-place ribbon. This little sheep is anxious to leave, and one can't blame him as nearby is the baby barnyard, where fair attendees could pet and feed baby lambs, goats, cows, and llamas. These adorable animals weren't the only ones getting love and attention, as the Greenfield Police Department's most popular officer was at the fair as well. Officer Donut, who joined the force in mid-2018, is a jolly St. Bernard whose mission it is to help calm anxiety that occurs in stressful incidents. Officer Donut calms anyone, both victims and first responders, who are at the scene of an incident. Children who got to meet Officer Donut were also given his cop card, a trading card program put on by the Greenfield Police Department to encourage positive interaction between police officers and children. Officer Donut wasn't the only celebrity at the fair, as around the same time 22 News meteorologist Nick Bannon and Pirate Man Dan hosted the Power Wheels Demolition Derby, an event where the kiddies with eager dreams of one year competing in the popular Stony Roberts Demolition Derby. The goal of this competition was for the kiddies to pop all of their opponents' balloons. It was composed of 2 heats, the first for children ages 3 to 5, and the second for ages 6 to 8. For kids who had already grown up to adulthood, they were eligible to compete as automobile warriors in the Stony Roberts Demolition Derby that took place later. This 2-day event that featured a sold-out grandstand is probably the most popular attraction of the fair. The Derby was run by Frank Roberts, the son of the late Stony Roberts, who is considered the father of the American Demolition Derby spectators thrill to today. Both Frank and his late father are nationally respected showmen and promoters of demolition derbies across the country. Prior to each demolition derby, Frank has 2 important traditions he carries out. The first is the singing of our national anthem. For the Franklin County Fair, it was performed by local singer Don Dumas Mayo. And then a 30-second moment of silence to honor a friend and demolition driver. Then, it was showtime. Sunday was the fourth and final day of the Franklin County Fair. With the wind peacefully blowing, Old Glory proudly flew across the grounds, and the fair played host to their most important event, the EMS parade honoring the region's first responders. Leading the way was the Greenfield Police Department, followed by the Color Guard, featuring 3 proud officers of the Franklin County Sheriff's Department. Following the parade, the annual firemen's muster took place. The muster was hosted by Northfield Fire Chief Floyd DeNoll and was composed of 5 muster teams: the Northfield Department, the Northfield Juniors, the Coleraine Department, the Coleraine Juniors, and the Vernon Fire Department. Following the muster, fairgoers continued to enjoy the wide variety of displays, shows, pageantry, food, farm equipment old and new, and locally made arts and crafts throughout the day. The grand climax of the entire fair was the second exhibition of the Stoney Roberts Demolition Derby, providing crashing metal mayhem but friendly competition for all to enjoy.